Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you want to know the top favorite things to do in Rio de Janeiro, then just stay tuned. Alright, finally I went to Brazil and let me guys tell you about the top things to do in Rio de Janeiro. Of course, the first thing is visit the Cristo Redentor statue. This is of course the main tourist attraction in Rio de Janeiro. This is the statue which you see on every single postcard of Rio de Janeiro. So first thing I had to do is of course go see the statue, and it's up on the mountain hill CORCOVADO. There are about two ways to get up there. One way is to take a tram up there, and the second way is just to take a van until like a first hill and then take the tram all the way up to the top of the hill.
Vai, meu irmão, pega esse avião. Você tem razão de correr assim nesse frio, mas beija o meu Rio de Janeiro.
If you don't want to be photobombed by plenty of tourists, please go in the opening hours or like go during the week when there's not many tourists, and also check out the opening hours because on some days it might actually be closed. Alright, next top thing to do is of course see the Sugarloaf. The Sugarloaf is basically a complex of two mountain hills, a smaller one and a bigger one, which is the Sugarloaf, and the smaller one is called Morro da Urca. What you can do is basically hike up the first one, which is Morro da Urca, and then take a lift up the second one to the Sugarloaf, to the bigger one. So what I did is take both lifts, first one to the Morro da Urca and then to the bigger one, which is the Sugarloaf. Alright, the tip I have to visit the Pão de açúcar, the Sugarloaf, is to go see the sunset. It's amazing. You could go like from about 4 o'clock or like 5 p.m. and see the sunset. It is absolutely breathtaking. I've never seen a more beautiful sunset than this.
Não olha pro lado que tá passando é o bonde. Se ficar de calçada, o couro come. As mina aqui da área não parece não importa o que eu faço, vira moda e
Another one of my top favorites to do in Rio de Janeiro was show to the Bohemian area, Santa Teresa. So you can go like during daytime. It's not advised to go during nighttime, but I was also there during nighttime. It was okay, I didn't have any problems, but still, to be on the safer side, go during daytime. You can go to Santa Teresa, where there's also the area LAPA right next to it, where you can go and visit the Escadaria Selaron. Here I would advise the same thing, that you would go early in the mornings where there's not tons of tourists who photobomb your pictures. Basically just go around like 6-7 a.m. where there's literally no one and you can quietly take your pictures, because otherwise you would have to stay in line to take just 1 or 2 pictures, because there's 100 other tourists who also want to take pictures. Another secret tip, not so secret anymore, as you've probably seen on Instagram, there's tons of pictures from the Mirador Dona Marta, which is right in this area of Santa Teresa, which is absolutely amazing. I have not been there, but I've been to another one which is close by, where you can also have an absolute beautiful view of Rio de Janeiro. I feel like everywhere you go in the city has like views and views and views and views in overload. It's so amazing. Another one of my favorite things to do, just take a walk around the LAGOA lake, which is absolutely amazing. It's a huge lake in the middle of Rio, right in front of the Ipanema beach, and you can just walk around it, take a walk, or like there's lots of people who do sports, who run, who rollerblade around the lake, because it's big and it's absolutely stunning and amazing. Alright, Another top favorite thing is take a walking tour, and it's take a free walking tour, not a regular walking tour. So this is actually the first time I ever heard of a free walking tour. When I arrived at that hostel, there were other girls who've already done free walking tours in other cities and other countries, and this is the first time I ever heard of them. So I joined them, and it was absolutely amazing. You just sign up on the internet, you just Google free walking tour, and in the city where you're at or the country where you're at, and you could do basically free walking tours in any kind of city wherever you are. And those are amazing because they have qualified tour guides who like show you everything in the city, and I just love walking through cities and discovering new things and strolling everywhere. So it also teaches you a lot about history, about the city, and it's absolutely amazing to immerse yourself in the city and in the vibe, just feel the vibe of the city and the people, and it's so nice. Contrarily to what you see on postcards or like in movies or any travel advertisement, Rio is not just made up of Copacabana Beach and Ipanema or the Crest statue and other typical things that you would always see from Rio, but Rio has actually a beautifully nice old downtown area. It looks like you're somewhere in Lisbon. It's of course Portuguese colonial architecture, and this is in the middle of Rio de Janeiro, and it's absolutely amazing. This is what you rarely see on postcards, this side of Rio. So we did that with the free walking tour, and it was absolutely so nice to see another side of Rio that you've actually not seen before. I took a hike up on a mountain hill, which is the DOIS Two Brothers Mountain Hill. It's in the favela Vidigal. So what you do is basically go take an Uber or like a taxi, whatever, go to the favela Vidigal, and at the bottom of the favela you will have to take either a van or like a motorbike, which takes you up to the favela, and from there on you can hike your way up to the mountain hill. It is absolutely amazing. You don't know the struggle I went through to get up there because I wasn't the fittest.
Hi everyone, we are here at TRILHA do Morro dos IRMAOS. We came here, it's at the bottom of the favela Vidigal. So basically we took an Uber this morning to Vidigal, and we're now climbing up the Morro dos IRMAOS, which is like translated like to mountain. Look at these. There are like all kinds of animals here, which I've like never seen before. Look at this view. We are now like halfway up. It takes about 40 to 45 minutes to go up from Vidigal, from the bottom of the favela Vidigal, and we're now here just in front of the favela Rocinha, which is like the biggest favela in South America. So it was like about a 30-minute hike up here to Los Irmãos. This is like one of the fastest and easiest hikes.
Se ficar de calçada, o couro come. Das minas que da praia não parecia.
This is one of the easier hikes, and you should really do it when you're here in Rio. I mean, the view is spectacular.
Se ficar de calçada, o couro come. Não há nem do lado que capaz faremos.
It's absolutely amazing. It is just about an hour hike, and the views are breathtaking. I've never seen anything like it before. So it's absolutely worth it when you are in Rio de Janeiro. Please do a hike, not just the Two Brothers mountain. There's tons of other mountain hills. The biggest one, I think, it's the Gavea one, where you have like absolutely amazing views over all of Rio. They are absolutely amazing and you should definitely do one of those. Another tip I have for hiking is if you want to hike, because it's usually very hot in the sun if you go like around in the afternoon or like at midday, so you should go early in the morning or like around sunset time, because that's when you get the most beautiful views over the city, and that's also, it's a bit cooler, because we went like in the sun, it was so like hot, incredibly hot, and in the sun hiking up like 1 hour is not what you should do. And if you like to dance like me, then you should absolutely do some kind of samba dancing. The Pedra do Sal, that's where they say samba was originated from. Pedra do Sal is in the north of Rio. It's downtown. You can go there, and like every Monday evenings they have like samba sessions. It's outdoors and people are dancing like the whole night, and it's beautiful. So if you're into that kind of things, or just to go see it, then you should go and check this out. Another thing I love to do in Rio was go take a day trip. I took a trip to Arraial do Cabo, which is called the Caribbeans of Brazil, and it's absolutely amazing with blue turquoise waters. It reminded me so much of Cuba, literally like the Caribbean. It's just about a 2.5 hours to 3 hours drive from Rio de Janeiro, and you can mostly, when you're located in a hotel or hostel where I was, they offer day trips, and I think that's the easiest way. Another thing I can advise, which I also wanted to do actually, is just rent out a car with a group of friends or just with other travelers. You can just rent out a car and go by yourself and go and have a nice day at the beach, which is very different from Rio's beach. Yeah, those were my top things to do in Rio de Janeiro. There's lots of things I did which are not like that touristy, and things that are more touristy, like visiting like main sites. But I think overall I tried to do not like just touristy stuff, but also like mingle with the locals and do also locally inspired things. And another advice is that don't listen like what people say. A lot of people will tell you not to go there, not to do that and whatever, but whenever I travel I like to experience things. But of course you have to be cautious where you are, where you go, who you hang out with. But I think that's everywhere in the world, so if you just keep that in mind, you can just be normal and just do your things normally and enjoy your trip. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.